Welcome back to Base Camp, WNC. Well, this is the tour on the second day of our tiny house workshop. This is a boy building one. I'm going to let the recording play on it, but he custom built this gooseneck trailer. It's 32 feet long, 8.5 feet wide. He went to the maximum. It'll be 13.6 high. You'll see inside that he has beds that will raise and lower to give him more floor space. He has this entire thing is done with OSB panels on the outside with a canvas painted cover on it, kind of like boats. The very top is foam insulated panels with aluminum skin on both sides that are actually from the refrigerated warehouse business. So he's got it insulated. He's trying to build this thing as light as he can. As he said, he's hoping for a weight around 9,000 pounds when he's done. But I shot a half a dozen videos with the gang and the group here, and I'm going to let him talk and tell you about it.
The empty weight will be around 9,000 pounds, maybe a bit under that actually, which is really lightweight for the size. And that's been one of my goals, is to keep it as lightweight as I can. And I've actually been able to do that by incorporating steel and other metals in a few places rather than using wood.
Total length?
32 feet.
32 feet?
Yeah. And it's a thin, I'm not aware of any tiny house that has a loft that's this thin either. Typically you're seeing framing with like 2x6s, and this is 1.5 inches actually, using bead decking. It's galvanized steel. So it's not finished yet. I mean, it's just kind of proof of concept for me at this point.
Is that steel decking?
It is.
That you have? Okay.
Yeah.
For like a concrete pour on a
Exactly.
beam, okay.
Yep.
And what we use to raise the platform?
I've got, let's see if I've got, these,
This is kind of a maxi.
It is.
so it's gonna run on these tracks, these linear guides.
I know, that's what I was
there's-
just trying to process.
Yeah, basically it's a captive, like linear bearing, and I'll have those on the four corners, and then I'm not sure yet like how I'm gonna retract it. I could use cables or linear actuator. This will kind of be mostly like sitting back there. There's gonna be a couch along this wall, kind of where David's sitting, and
Yeah,
that's
a lot of people
along
commute
that
from
wall.
Carroll County or
Yeah, I'm
Frederick
actually
County
working on the
I live
cabinet,
in
kitchen cabinetry design right now, but that's going to be along this wall.
No,
And,
I develop property.
And I found these little tiny washer and dryer. One is a Whirlpool, one's a Electrolux, but I have one of those along this wall here, and then kind of, so I'll have a shower, basically this, there'll be a wall here, shower in this corner, sink right here, and then, so I'll be able to have, just a drain, coming down here and then wrapping around, and I'll probably just have it, the water inlet and the drain come out like right in front of the axle.
So the whole front, the gooseneck will be bathroom,
Yes, yeah.
storage.
Yeah, I have built-in cabinets, like floor to ceiling in the front, and probably like 24 inches deep.
Looking at the idea of doing
So, I'll have a lot of storage up there, and then I'll have the rest of it will just be bathroom.
I don't like the concept of it. It's too.
What is your roof? I mean, I know it's OSB, but what do you have on top?
Yeah, it's actually aluminum SIP panels, so it's a 30 thousandths thick sheet of aluminum, and then
Oh, it's got aluminum skin on it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just the same. Yeah, it's the same EPS core, just with two aluminum skins on it, and they're ridiculously light. I actually installed the roof single-handedly, just by myself.
Wow.
On a ladder. So I mean, they're bulky, but they're like, I don't know, 25 pounds a piece.
Wow.
It was crazy how light it was. It's a little bit pricey, getting aluminum versus steel or OSB, but to lose all that weight up high like that, I thought it was worth it. you know, lower the center of gravity significantly.
So it's essentially the same as the OSB SIP, but just plywood. I mean, just the sandwich between the aluminum.
It's metal skin.
That's cool. Wow.
And they typically, yours do too, they interlock, right? They pretty much go together and interlock together. There's like a
Yeah, I actually have I can show you a sample
like that connect. So they use them for like built-in refrigerators.
So what is the lateral? So there has to be some kind of form on the inside to provide that lateral support to where it doesn't cave in. What is inside the?
No, it's actually just the tension and compression of the skins. You can stand in the middle of it and jump up and down, and it'll definitely deflect, but it's not gonna fail.
Wow.
The aluminum too is it's easy to dent it. You know, like even if you put your knee into it real hard, like when you're up there screwing stuff down, you can put a dent into it.
Yeah.
So it's not like a super tough roof, but for what it is, I'm not planning on being up there.
About how thick are the panels?
I'll grab a sample here.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, what he's
Going horizontal, it's like
it's
the structure that just styrofoam holding it up.
Yeah, one side gets the compression, one side gets the flex when it's doing that. So the one side can't really stretch beyond a certain point. This side can't. So in that aspect, it just if it's fastened well, it just can't, like a string being taut. It just really doesn't have more than just a little bit of deflection to it. At a certain point, it will fail, and in most cases, that's going to be as you go wider. Like if you went 12 foot wide, there is going to be a point, but a lot of times that can be made back up by adding more thickness to it.
That's why I asked the thickness. If it's spanning 8.5 feet,
yeah,
it's got to be when it's standing.
These might. There we go. They're only 4s though. Yeah, they're only 4s.
Yeah, so they just pop in. Yeah, the way that you do it, you fasten this, and then you work from the the kind of the male side back, and lay your glue down, and then kind of rock it down like this, and it pops in and kind of interlocks. And they recommend a bead of caulk along the top edge and nothing on the bottom. And it was real simple to install. I was a little disappointed in the manufacturer's cutting. Like they didn't actually, the cuts weren't very square, and it kind of caused some issues as I was installing it. I'm like, come on guys, you had one job.
Yeah, cut it square.
Like this is your thing. This is what you do.
You've got a huge gantry saw.
Yeah.
Could you have not put a square on it to start with? It just
set it up so that you can't screw it up. But you could see, like, with this span, I mean, I could, if I wanted to, I could stand on that.
Wow.
It's just that tension and compression kind of acting like an I-beam.
And the density of the foam.
Yeah.
the R factor of it.
I don't know what the R value is. I mean, it's hard to think in terms of R value when you're dealing with SIPs anyways, because it's, when you're comparing to a stick frame house, I mean, the total enclosure is so much more efficient.
Yeah, but I mean, 4 per inch, 6 per inch, you don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's essentially uninterrupted. There's no thermal break.
Yeah, R23 comes to mind. I don't know for this one, but I think with 4.5 inch SIPs, it's somewhere in there.
The one we looked at yesterday, he said was 4.5, I think.
Right.
And it's probably a better material than this. This is
it's probably about the same as
about
that.
the same.
This one doesn't have the fire retardancy
Right.
that we probably saw. That's what the other one has. That in thermosteel that gives it the gray is that fire retardant component that they put into it that gives it that discoloration.
I think you said also that.
But you've got the complete thermal break because you got metal on one side, metal on the other, and it doesn't wrap around.
That's right. Yeah, total thermal break.
Yeah, the other
3 foot wide sheets, 2 foot wide sheets.
They come in
4 foot.
4 foot wide.
The average of the whole
Yeah,
wall.
sorry, I got wires running everywhere.
I see it's all LED.
So is this what your house is built out of?
This is just the roof.
Oh, the roof. Okay.
Yeah,
It's OSP
It's
panels.
the trailer.
Yeah.
The part of the trailer that hitches to the truck is under here. So this is the actually elevated.
OSB outside, as I heard. Canvas covered and painted, kind of like the boats. Metal aluminum SIP panels for the roof. He made the trailer for it. Gooseneck design. 32 feet long, 8.5 feet wide. Casement windows. He does have the wheels and tires off, so it sits a little bit lower. And I guess that way he can get in underneath this crane in this building he's working on. Inverter type mini split. Very well built trailer. He said he's got 2 years in on it at this point in time. It will be a totally smart one as far as being able to open and close windows, turn the lights on and all off with his phone. I guess some people are into that. But it's a work of love. And he is somewhat coming to the end. Well, if I can be of any help to you, I'm going to sign off. This is Carolina Homestead Planner. Any questions, comments about this build and what Brian's accomplishing, give me a shout out. Like it, share it, tell your friends about it. This is an ultimate DIY project. Like I said, he's got 2 years into it right now, and he's hoping to be done this winter. But tell your friends about it, take a look at it, and tell me what you think. See you soon.